Bryn with Papillion Landing. Happy June. We're glad that you're here. Today we're going to do some PiYo. All you're going to need for this workout is either carpet or a mat and eventually some wall space. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to start in corpse pose. So we're going to lay down on the mat, all the way down. Legs are relaxed out. Arms are going to come down to your sides, palms facing up. We're going to let the eyes close here. And we're just going to take a few rounds of breath to kind of get ourselves in the right frame of mind. So start to lengthen that inhale through that nose and lengthen the exhale. Staying with that. Even breaths in and out through the nose. While we're here, trying to see if there are any parts of the body that you notice are tense or hurting. Just trying to clear the mind a little bit in preparation for the rest of class. A few more breaths here. When you're ready, on your next inhale, you're going to bend that right knee. Hands come right underneath the knee and on the shin. We're going to exhale here and gently pull that knee in towards the chest. Now, since we're just getting started, you don't have to pull it super hard yet. We're just working on starting to open that hip. Take a breath here. You can roll that right ankle both directions. Point and flex that foot. And then inhale that left hand on the outside of the knee. And exhale, we're going to bring the knee across the body. Gentle supine twist here to start. Inhaling back to center, releasing that right leg down, and exhaling, bring that left knee in towards the chest. Same thing, nice and gentle here. Rotate that ankle. Point and flex those toes. And inhale, that right hand on the outside of the knee. Exhale, twist over to the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to hug both knees into the chest. Take a little rock from side to side here. Massaging that low back. With the hands on the knees, go ahead and use the hands to gently guide in some knee circles here. So they can be as big or as small as you want. Just make sure they're nice and controlled. Warming up that back, warming up those hips. Take it the other direction. One more time. Back to center, a little knee hug here. And then staying in this ball, if you can do it, we're gonna inhale and exhale, roll up to a seat and come all the way through to all fours. Making sure that our wrists are underneath our shoulders here and our knees are underneath our hips. We're gonna take the right leg out. Toes can rest on the mat, or the leg can go straight out from the hip. You can keep both hands on the floor, or you can reach the opposite arm out. So left arm, right leg, actively reaching towards opposite ends of the room, trying to keep that back flat. We don't want it to arch. We're trying to keep that spine nice and neutral. I have a tendency to arch a little bit, so gaze is towards the top of the mat so that the neck stays long. One more inhale here, reaching opposite directions. And exhaling, setting it back down, switching sides. Left leg comes out, right arm. Tighten that core here, find your balance. One more inhale, reach. And exhaling back to all fours. Taking it to the other side and adding a little stretch. So take that right leg out, left arm. We're gonna hold it here. And then if you want to take this, you can bring that arm around, grab onto that right foot, and gently press the top of the foot into the hand. It's a little hip opening, a little shoulder opening here. You can just stay in that extension if you'd rather. Inhale to release, and exhaling, setting it down. Same thing on the other side. Left leg comes out, right arm. Hold it here for a breath. You can also curl those back toes under if it helps you with your balance. Inhale here, and exhale to bend that knee. Reach around on this side, and press open. Nice job. Inhale, release. Exhale, set it down. And sit back to child's pose. So the knees can be together or about the width of the mat. We're gonna sit the hips back to the heels. Bring that chest and forehead down towards the floor. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Full inhale and exhale here. Inhale, come up to all fours. We're going to curl the toes under. We're going to press up and back to downward facing dog. So those fingers stay spread. We press the hips up and back. Heels go towards the floor. You can bend each knee. Wake up the calves a little bit here. Alternating, pressing each heel into the mat. And then when you're ready, try to settle into that down dog. You can always keep a bend in the knees if you need to. Big inhale and exhale here. And then we're gonna inhale, walk those hands back to meet the feet. Exhale to forward fold. Again, keep a little bend in the knee if you need to. And then everyone's gonna take a little bend. Inhale here, bring the arms all the way up. And exhale, bring those hands to heart. Taking a breath here. We're gonna take another inhale, up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhaling to lift the chin and the chest to a flat back. exhale, release, back to forward fold. From here, we're gonna walk the hands out and come back to our downward dog position. So press those hips up and back one more time. Press the heels down towards the floor. One more inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to bend that right knee. And we're just going to step through like we're coming to a lunge, but we're going to open it all the way up to a wide-legged forward fold here. So go ahead and release down to wherever is comfortable. Just take a second here, maybe shake the head yes or no. Again, you always have that option to keep that micro bend in the knees. Inhaling here and exhaling carefully, coming all the way up, keeping those legs a little bit wide. We're going to take it to some side lunges. So hips are going to come back. We're going to take it to the right, to the left, and we're just going to take it nice and slow, side to side here. Working on some of that hip mobility. Still kind of warming everything up. You can always take the arms out. Bring the hands to heart. Whatever works for you today. We're going to do a few more. Nice job. One more each side. Good job. We're going to turn it to the left. In our lunge position here, we're going to tap that knee down. And then we're going to stand, lift that knee. So tap it down, take it back up. Now, a few options here. You can add the arms and come up. You can also add a twist at the top, depending on how your balance is feeling. I'm not sure mine's gonna hold out for me today, so I'm just gonna stick with the knee lift. Up. Good job. Again, take it as slow as you need to. Nice and controlled. Good job. We got 4 more here. 4. 3. That standing leg is feeling the heat. Last 2. Last 1. Good job. Come back down. Those hands come on either side of the left foot. We're going to walk it back to our downward dog position. Take an inhale and exhale here to catch your breath. And then we're going to inhale that right leg up to what we call a split dog. So the hips stay square, they don't open up. If you can't get that back leg as high, that's fine. We're going to lift the left heel. We're going to inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to come down to a little beast hover. Press it back up. So, just like this, up and down. If you need to drop that heel, that's fine. The lift is just some added intensity here. Nice full extension. Reach with that leg. Three more. Big breaths here. 2. Last 1. Nice job. Drop that right foot. Walk the hands back. Exhale to forward fold. Let everything hang here. Couple deep breaths. Roll out those wrists if you need to. Nice job, guys. Inhale here. Go ahead and walk those hands back out to downward facing dog. And this time, we're going to inhale, step that left leg through, and come back to that wide-legged forward fold. This time, we're going to come all the way through to the right side so that we can lunge with this left knee. So, starting with that same thing, knee taps down, comes all the way through. Options to add the arms or the twist. Plant that standing foot. Ooh. Keep breathing. Four more on this side. Last two. Ooh. Last one. All the way up and all the way back down. Hands come down. We walk that right foot back. So we're in downward dog on this side. This time that left leg is coming up and that right heel is lifting. We're inhaling here, exhaling, bringing it down to that hover. Again, drop that heel if you need to. Four more here. Reach through that left foot. Last one. Good job. Drop the left foot. Walk those hands up to that forward fold. And release down. Full inhale and exhale. And then inhaling, taking a little bend in the knees, coming all the way up. And exhaling, bringing those hands to heart again. Good job, everybody. We're going to move to the wall. So if you want to bring your mat, or if you're on carpet, that's fine. I'm going to bring my mat over to the wall here. I'm going to put it right up against where the wall meets the floor. And we're going to come down onto the mat here. To start, go ahead and scoot your rear end pretty close to that edge. You might need to readjust as we go. We're going to bring the feet flat against the wall. Shoulders, palms, low back, all pressed into the mat here. We're going to inhale here, and we're going to exhale, lift those hips up, okay? Like I said, once you're up here, if you need to readjust a little bit, that is fine. We're going to start by just lifting and lowering those hips, so core is tight, come down, and up. Now, if this is too much with the feet on the wall, or if you don't have any wall space, you can always do regular bridges, plant the feet on the floor, and lift, press those hips up to the ceiling. So either is fine, it's up to you, whatever is comfortable. Lifting, lowering those hips all the way down. breaths in and out through that nose. We're gonna do 6 more here. That neck and head stays neutral. Last 3, 2, and 1. Next, we are going to keep those hips lifted if you can. And we're just gonna bring the right knee in, back to the wall, left and back. So just alternating sides here, pulling that knee towards the chest. That modification, same thing, you can drop the hips on the floor and bring the knee in, back to the ground, in. So whichever is working for you today. Try and keep those hips lifted nice and high. More on each side. Last ones. We're going to keep those hips lifted. We're going to do a little add-on. So we're going to bring the knee in, and then we're going to extend the leg up, back to the wall. You always have the option to drop those hips to the ground. We're moving nice and slow here with purpose. Really extending through each set of toes. Keep going. Two more each side. That belly button is pulled towards the spine. Still using those palms and shoulders for support, pressing into the mat. Last one. Keeping those hips lifted, we're gonna straighten, straighten, bend, bend. Three more. Last little set. Good job. Release those hips down. Take a quick breather. We're not quite done yet, but we'll take a little break here. Give that low back a rest. You can hug the knees to the chest. Little rock from side to side. Massaging that low back. And then we're coming back into that hip lift. So get yourself situated again. Feet to the wall. Inhale here and exhale. Press those hips up again. This time, we're bringing that knee in. We're extending the leg. We're bringing it back. And we're taking a little half lower with those hips. And then back. So alternating sides, just like we did earlier, just adding a little half hip lower here. So in, extend, in, lower halfway down, bring it back up. Good job, everybody. If you're doing this on the ground, if your hips are on the floor and your feet are on the floor, that's fine. You can skip that little half lower. You can do the extension and the knee in from the floor. We have 3 more on each side. You can do it. Last ones. Good job. Drop those hips all the way down. Release those knees to the chest. Again. Taking a little rock from side to side. And then just to kind of counter that stretch that we were doing up against the wall, we're going to flip over. Just come to a quick child's pose. So knees together or wide, big toes touching in the back. Sit those hips back towards the heels. Bring the chest and forehead down. Inhale up to all fours. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we're going to come into a little cat pose here. Exhaling. We're going to round the spine, tuck the chin, tuck that tailbone under. You're going to move the hips from side to side. Just to kind of work out any tension in that low back from having our hips up against the wall like that. Good job. Coming back to neutral spine. And we are going to do some ab work. So you guys can stay where you're at and just flip over. I'm going to move my mat back to the center over here. Coming to a seated position. We're going to come back onto the forearms. Knees are bent here. We're going to start by bring the knees up to tabletop. We're going to bring the knees in, take the legs up, back in, and out to a hover. So in, up, back, and out. Good job, that core is tight. Belly button is still pulled to the spine. That chest is lifted. Good job. Drop those feet. Go ahead and come all the way down onto the mat. From here, we are going to do alternating a modification of kind of a bicycle. So you're going to bend that left knee in. You're going to come all the way up. Elbow towards knee, all the way back down. Then we're gonna switch sides. So kind of a variation on those bicycles, but we're coming all the way up. You can take it as slowly as you need to. Focusing on using those abs, not momentum. Really squeeze it in at the top. Good job. Exhaling on that squeeze up. Three more each side. Ooh. Coming all the way back down. Last one. Woo, good job. Come all the way back down. Reach those arms overhead. Full body stretch your fingers and toes, reaching towards opposite ends of the room. Stretch out the front of those abs. And then relax. We're not done here though. So, lifting head and shoulders off the mat. Hands can come behind that head, elbows wide. We're just going to do straight legs. Now, you can be here with those hands behind the head, or you can do a little grab behind each calf or each thigh, holding it in, stretching a little bit through the backs of those legs. Good job, keep breathing. Four more. Last two. Last ones. Good job. Hug those knees into the chest. Relax the head and neck down. Little rock from side to side. Good job, you guys. We're gonna inhale here and exhale. Roll up to sit. Come around, we're gonna open those legs wide. We're gonna inhale here, sitting up nice and tall. Exhaling, reaching over towards that right foot. Nice stretch through the side of the body here. Making sure that we're not collapsing over, but we're opening that shoulder. Good job, inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, reaching towards the other side. Inhaling to come back up. This time go ahead and bring that left foot in against that right thigh. We're gonna sit up nice and tall. Inhale, take those arms up again. And exhale, reaching. This time, if you wanna come up a little bit and turn so that your nose is going towards your knee, and then fold forward. are ready, inhaling to come up, planting that left hand down on the outside of the knee, coming up, and exhaling here, taking a little reach, pushing those hips forward. Big inhale and exhale. And release it back down. Switching sides, that right foot comes in. Inhaling, taking those arms up. Exhaling to reach. Again, if you're wanting to change that ankle a little bit, lift up a tiny bit, turn that torso, and release back down. Inhaling to sit back up, bringing that right hand to the outside of the knee this time, and coming up, that little back bend reach, reaching overhead, pressing the hips forward. Releasing, coming just to a comfortable seat here. Hands can rest on the tops of the knees. We're going to close the eyes here for just a moment. Full inhale through that nose. And we're going to exhale. Drop the chin towards the chest. Feeling some space through the back of the neck. Relax those shoulders. Another inhale here with your chin in center. And then exhale, bring it over to the left. Pick it up. Inhaling back down through center, coming all the way around. Exhaling to pick it up on the other side. One more time. Nice and slow. Good job. This time from here, you can gently drop the head back. Take it all the way around. Do the same thing from the other direction. Coming back to center. And bringing that chin back up. We're going to do one more little neck stretch here. Inhale, take that right arm up and over. Exhale, gently pull the right ear towards the right shoulder. You can always play with the angle of the chin until you feel a good stretch for you. Hold it for one more breath. Inhaling to release. Exhaling, left hand comes up and over. Left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhaling to release, coming back to center. Go ahead and let those eyes close for just a couple moments here at the end of class. Those shoulders are pressed down and back away from your ears. We're taking some big breaths in and out through that nose still. Maybe taking a quick mental scan of the body here to see how you're feeling now at the end of class. If any of those areas where you noticed tension have loosened up. and we're exhaling through the mouth. Bringing the hands to heart. And taking a little bow forward. And that is it for today. Good job, everybody. We'll see you next time.